What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. We're doing daily videos still. This is day maybe 15, 16, I don't know which one it's going to be, but it's going to be one of those days. But we're doing the rear brakes on the Mustang on both sides here. Nothing too much, it just needs to be changed and they're just old and getting new upgrades on it, that's it. So we're going to start getting these wheels off, get the brakes off, get the rotors off, and then we'll be, hopefully it's the 1, 2, 3 thing, only take a half hour to an hour, hopefully, in total time. I do not have the emergency brake on, so I'm not gonna be fighting that thing at least, like I did the one time. Alright, so first we're gonna get the caliper off first. Yep, 14. Now when you switch on rear brakes, you got two cables. You got the stupid emergency cable and you got the regular cable. But hopefully it can stay out of our way. Let's see. So we have two bolts, size 18. Perfect. That wasn't too bad. Thank you, back up. Alright, broke them loose. They actually weren't too bad on this one. With these two bolts, makes it a little easier. Once again, put the bolt back in. Remove this one right here. Can I? Oh shit! I don't know about it. We'll remove it. See what happens. All right. Oh, found the 18 now. I was wondering why I was slipping off. There's one. Alright. Alright, so there's that. We definitely need brakes because that was right on the edge. That was right on the end of its life. That's not too bad. That's a good amount of meat, but that had no meat. Sometimes this rotor is stuck and you gotta use actual. There we go. Sometimes you actually gotta use an actual tool to pull this off, but that worked out really well. All right, so we got some new brakes and rotors. We get them from American Muscle, Power Stop Evolution. Really good brakes. I have on my car, and they last pretty damn long. I think I had my brakes on my car for like 4 years, and I had to change my brakes since. And I probably put about 60,000 miles on them, 80,000 probably. No, wait, no. 80,000 miles, yeah, 60. I would say 60, 80,000 miles I put on my car, and I just put new front brakes on. So you cannot go wrong with these brakes at all. And if you hear that jet fighter sound, it's gonna be an air show going on. But I'd love to go freaking see it, but they delayed it, and I didn't know what was gonna happen. So sadly, we can't really go check that out. But gotta get the brakes on this thing anyway. So hopefully I'll be able to see it soon. Got that on. I don't put new hardware on this stuff here. Alright, new hardware's in. What I'm also going to do too is I'm gonna put some of this stuff here and just put it right onto the little bit of the pads here. Just put a little grease on them. I just put a little grease on this just to help out any squeaks or, you know. Yeah, I put bare minimum on this stuff just to give it a little grease. That in, that's in. All right, let's start it up. All right, that's there. We just tighten these up. These are just put as tight as I pretty much can without going too crazy. They're usually probably about 120 foot-pounds probably. I'll confirm that in a second. All right, guys. So this is actually 80 foot-pounds here, and then these are going to be 26 foot-pounds on these guys here. So you see this little thing right here? You're gonna put this on the outside of the caliper, just so if it ever scratches, you can see it when it starts to scratch. And these just slide in just like this. That's one thing about new bracketry. Now sometimes on like older brackets, you might have to sand the inside of where these little clips go, unless you're gonna have lots of issues with fitment. But when you have stuff like newer like this and taken care of, you don't really have that issue too much. All right, so we got our nice little special brake tool here. It's like a brake caliper tool, brake caliper, or something like that. I don't know the actual name of it, but it's like I always call it the brake tool. If you look on Google, it literally probably will come up as if you say that. You just find the best one of these that are going to fit. That are going to fit inside. I don't know if you guys see that or not. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's my painted wood, isn't it? So if you look at that caliper there. Come on. Alright, if you guys look at this caliper, you see this, just two things. One of these little angle things are going to fit inside there perfectly. Like this one fits. This one right here fits nice in there. So I'm going to take my ratchet, put it inside here, put it in here, and I'm going to twist it, I think clockwise to tighten it back up into that way. You can't use a C-clamp to push these in. You have to use this here, or an actual brake tool kit. Things I'm going to do here actually is going to pop this guy off right here, and I'm going to put some new grease on this. Literally, I'm just going to dip this in, pull it out. That's some good enough grease in that. It's probably a little too much, to be honest. I'm going to slide it back into the boot. Put that on, and she has new grease in her, and that should be plenty of grease for that. To put the anti-brake squeaker on, so I put it on the actual brake caliper. I actually put it on the actual brake caliper here, so I actually put it on the inside of here, because this is the only place, this is the only spot where your brakes are touching the actual metal. So you don't need to paint the whole brake pad. You just gotta touch the places that are, what do you call it, actually being touched by the brake pad. So just glob it on there, and that's exactly where your brakes are going to be touching metal, and hopefully eliminate your squeak. Alright, so this is on. Now we gotta move on to the next side. And I'm not gonna show you guys the other side because it's the same exact process and you guys don't want to rewatch that. So I'll move on to the other side, and we gotta put these back on real quick too. But move on to the other side, and then hopefully move on to do something else cool, or that's probably just where that video is gonna end probably. Alright, so just so you guys know, don't forget, if you guys are doing the Mustang here, Your wheels need to be torqued to 150 foot-pounds. I recommend torquing them. Long story short, you can go back to my very first YouTube video, and that'll explain everything. It was death. Terrible. On the other part is, don't forget to pump your brakes when you get in after you do your brakes. I watched a couple of friends, I told them, like, hey, pump your brakes. They didn't pump the brakes, they backed into, like, they literally both, two people I told them to do, they both backed into a neighbor's car. And thankfully, there's no damage, thankfully, but to make sure you pump your brakes, do that. Also, so yeah, so that's really it for that. On that note, we're just gonna test the emergency brake real quick. The emergency brake is still whacked out. Emergency brake's still whacked out. All right, I gotta look up how do you set this emergency brake. This used to be like a really good emergency brake, and I'm moving. Not good. So I gotta figure out how to reset this thing. I don't know what happened to it. One day it just ended up like this. Don't know what caused that, but I'm gonna look up Ask ChatGPT or just go on YouTube. Alright guys, other than that, I'm gonna end the video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like down below. Comment down below if you guys need any advice on brake work or anything like that. I'm just trying to entertainment, not really a how-to video, but you know, if you guys have any questions on brake jobs, stuff like that, and you want to do it yourself, I can always help you out as much as I can. Subscribe to the channel, do what it takes to follow dreams, don't let it get in your way. Stay Maverick. I'll see you guys on the next one.